But we'll explore that. I want to start getting to our tables, though. I want to start, in fact, the first one I've got, I was going to come to you anyway. I'm glad that you want to ask a question. Table number 10, from Solidarity, Gideon Duplessis. Ask your question, and I might ask you one in return.
Thank you, Peter. You know, obviously, Solidarity will not let it get an opportunity go by to deal with affirmative action issues. Just a question then, first of all, to DG and the Minister. It's regarding affirmative action and Section 42 that was amended, making provision for national and regional demographics, but it also gives the Minister power to enforce it. Now, our concern is that that specific clause can cripple the economy. Especially if you apply it to Eskom, you know, that's a company in crisis. The whole economy is built around it. The Deputy President made it clear in Parliament that any form of restructuring or whatever is taking place will come to an end because that company must function to its full extent. Now we're sitting with a situation where we are now dealing with the Employment Equity Act and the pressure from the Act and the new plan that needs to be submitted, making provision for a reduction in white engineers whilst the company is in crisis. But we're also sitting with the ironic situation where if you apply the strict demographics, at the bottom, a very important role playing by support services are totally black. So you need to get rid of a few thousand black employees who are equally important as the white engineers. And there is so much uncertainty amongst the Eskom employees as a result of this issue. And the question then is, you cannot separate logic, reality, and leadership from legislation. And the decision that needs to be taken is transformers working or transformation working. But all the levels below the Deputy President, it seems the decision is let transformation work and not the transformers work. And in the end, that will be to the detriment of poor people who will be affected if the economy is affected. So if the Minister and the DG can please address us on that issue.
Okay.
Want to take it, please? Oh, okay. Gideon, thank you very much for the question. Firstly, you will remember that just before the introduction of the new employment equity legislation, the cry has always been that the employment equity only takes into account the national demographics. Now, in trying to make sure that we deal with the reality at a regional and provincial levels, we have now affected the regional demographics. So in making a decision, one has also got to be informed by what is happening at both national and regional. I think I wanted to just clarify that. The second thing is, in employment equity is about transformation, is about appreciating diversity in the workplace. And obviously, when you want to diversify your workplace, there are basic things that you'll have to be, that will inform you. One, the skills that are available, the experience of the people that you have, and the objectives that you have in terms of moving from the state that you're at now to your desired state. How are you going to do that? Now, I'll tell you what happens is, as a Department of Labor, we receive employment equity plans from companies. Now, when we receive the employment equity plans, we make the assumption that a number of things have happened. One.
All right. Unfortunately, we're under commercial pressure to just go for a quick commercial break and then